Okay there, singing world. This video will offer Italian pronunciation help for the aria Tornami a vagheggiar by Handel. We will explore the tips and tricks to help you sing this aria without accent, and also discuss the proper open and closed vowels and other non-phonetic things such as phrasal doubling and assimilation. Before we do that, please direct your attention to the description of this video below. You'll see the entire aria written out so you can follow along during the course of the video. I tried to notate all of the non-phonetic things, the open vowels, the phrasal doublings, and the assimilation. Besides that, there are links to my various websites. Check out my Facebook fan page. Give me a like if you have a moment. Also, there's a link to the pronunciation dictionary on the Rise site. You can follow the link below. At this site, you can type in any word, and there's a playback button. You can hear it spoken by a native Italian speaker on that playback button. Also, it will show you all of the open and closed vowels. The thing I like about it the most is it acknowledges the existence of non-phonetic Italian, such as phrasal doubling and assimilation. It'll have entire lines of text with the playback button written with somebody speaking native Italian, and you can hear all these things in action. If you don't know, if you're not unsure about phrasal doubling or assimilation, by the end of this video, you should be an expert. So let's get started. We'll go through each word, word by word. We'll figure out all the tips to get rid of your accent, and also I would like to examine a lot of the common mistakes I hear in audition and in performance. So let's begin. The first word is Tornami. The accent is on the first syllable, and the O is closed, meaning that it is O, like O in oats in English, right? So O can either be O closed or A open. So A is like AW, O is like the O in oats. And both of those vowels in Italian are pure. In English, we move our jaw when we say a vowel, right? So if we say oats, we move. In Italian, it would be O, right? No motion of the jaw, no harmonization, right? So Tornami. Now, the second vowel is A, right? So A is a phonetic vowel as opposed to O, which has two forms in pronunciation. A is always A, I is always E. So Tornami. So the R rolls because it touches a consonant. So let's talk about the rules for rolled and flipped R. So any R in Italian that touches a consonant on either side will roll. And in this word, the R touches the N, so it rolls. Right? So it's done by placing the tip of the tongue on the ridge behind the upper teeth and having pitch as the tongue flips back and forth, right? So Tornami. Okay, going on. A is one syllable word. Now, if you've noticed, I've written out two V's in the next word, and now we come up to a strong monosyllable. This is a strong monosyllable. So this is what I'm talking about phrasal doubling. A strong monosyllable will cause the next word, if it starts with a consonant, to have two consonants, right? So if you notice, I've written out two V's. The word A is what is known as a strong monosyllable. There are strong and weak monosyllables. So vagheggiar. So a V is a very slight doubling, right? So vagheggiar. So if you notice, just to make a double V, I just hold my for just a second, right? Vagheggiar. And that's how I make the double V. You hold the V in phonation, right? You don't stop phonation. I hear, a lot of people doing double V would go vagheggiar. No, you don't stop, right? Vagheggiar. So just enough time to go right? So there's your double V. Vagheggiar. Now double G, geggiar. It's like you go up geggiar, like you go up to a D, but you don't say a D and then you do the G, right? Vagheggiar. So there's your double G. The E in this, the A vowel is closed E. Vagheggiar. Now, E's come in two forms, right? They're either open or closed. The open one is like the in head, right? And if I say had in English, my jaw moves, right? Right? It would be pure in Italian. Or a, as in hey, right? And again, hey has a glide. So this is a-e-yar, right? The I in this case is a semivowel there to make the j, right? So vagheggiar, the final R will roll. Okay, so what we tend to do is, I hear in this word a lot, is that the E opens, vagheggiar. We love to open vowels before a double consonant as English speakers, right? Vagheggiar, no, vagheggiar. Okay, so the reason for that is, in Italian, you have a stress, right? You have an accent in the word. You have parts of the word that are not accented, right? In this case, vagheggiare is the word, is the accent, right? So anything that falls on a non-stress, that would be an E or an O, would be closed. We don't have to worry about the accented syllables, right? So anything that is on a unstressed syllable, vagheggiar, is closed. So this E is A. Okay, so we only have to worry about the stressed vowels. So the next word is a strong monosyllable, ssolo, ssolo. See? So the S doubles, right? Now when I speak, I can say ssolo, double S like that. When I sing, I have to be a little more discreet with the double S. Ssolo, ssolo. So the S is completely on the next note. Okay, solo has two closed O's. We know the one that's on the non-stress is automatically closed. We have to memorize the one that's on the stress. So stressed vowels, here's the bad news. Accented vowels are either open or closed. And there are really not many rules, so you have to memorize most of them. So in this case, solo. Note that there's a single L, right? So double L would be solo. I hear that a lot. Mistake, right? So how do we make a double L versus a single L? It's like a double V. We hold the L while we phonate, while our vocal cords are engaged, right? So to make double L in this word, I would do solo. That's not desirable. We don't want that here. We want a single L. Solo. So to get the single L, I do not allow my L to remain in position while I phonate. Next word, we have vuɔl. We have our first open vowel. Vuolo is the actual word. Vuolo is I want, right? Vuolo. The L is cut off. That's why we have the apostrophe. The O is cut off, right? So usually, here's one formula we can memorize. Usually, U-O, when you have a U and an O, the U becomes a semivowel and the O opens. Vuɔl. Vuɔl. A lot of words like that. Vuɔl. Okay? Vuɔl amar. So amar. Here's a great word for not harmonizing the A. It's amar. Single M, right? Not amar. That's the mistake I hear in this word. Amar. So we know M is just like L. So if we hold it in phonation, double M. Amar. So the other way to practice, to get rid of double M, if you have an undesirable double M here, right, is just do two ahs, right? Then connect them. Right? So your mind just tells you you're doing two ahs, right? There's no glottal. It's not Right? Now that feeling of the two ahs is the same when the M is in and it's single M. Amar. And there we have it. Questo, questa, quello. All the words like this have a closed E, right? So this is quest, quest'anima, quest'anima. Okay, so we have lots of danger in these two words that we could do wrong. First thing is the S. When I speak, I could say, in spoken Italian, I could say quest'anima, and I can hiss that S like that, quest'anima. But when I'm singing, if I'm going quest, I have no pitch, right? So you have to separate quest'anima, questa. So if you have two notes, the first note is que, The next note is sta. Questa anima. Does that make sense? Not ques as we speak. You see, that's how we speak. Ques no. So now you're not phonating, and we hear hissing. We don't hear pitch, and you'll get all kinds of notes like, oh, well, maybe the tempo's too fast, or maybe you need to sing more legato, right? But it's just because you're putting the S too early in this, right? So questa anima. Okay, now the next danger is look at the single N and the single M. Anima, right? If we get expressive in English, we tend to go for consonants, right? Right. We get angry. Oh, dirty, right? We get all like that with the consonants, right? Anima. Italians, they go for the vowels. Okay? So not anima, right? You don't want that in this word. Anima. Okay, the next word is all closed E's. Fedele, fedele, right? In single L, right? And then the final E is cut off, right? For the poetry. Fedel. Okay, easy, right? Caro. Here we have a flipped R. How many times have you heard caro? Caro, caro. How do we do a flipped R? Well, it's like doing C-A-D-O, C-A-D-O, cado, right? If I did that, right? That's not right, but that's the start, right? What's the difference between that and flipped R? Well, my tongue's flat. Cado, caro, caro. And my tongue just stabs at the flipped R. Caro. And that's how we flip the R. Okay, so the accent in this word is on the ah, so we know the O is closed because unaccented O is closed. Mio. So mio, possessive pronouns, they have the stronger of the two vowels is always the first, and it's not a semivowel. Mio. So it's an E and then an O. Bene. So open E. Bene, right? So the farther north you go in Italy, the more they're going to say bene, right? Bene is the standardized Italian. Some people say bene as you get farther north. Bene, right? Open E, that's your standard Italian. Bene, open E, close D. Okay, going on. Già is a strong monosyllable. Già T. See? Double T. Già T. Notice how I did the double T. Did I do two T's? Did I do già T? No, I did not, right? Già T. So it's just a little spicy, right, to get the double T in. So how do we do it exactly? Well, we have a long A vowel. We stop phonation. And we go up to the T. We don't say it. And then we say the T. We only do one T. And there's a stop. There's actual a stop in phonation, right? So watch. We'll do it step by step. Long A vowel. Ja. Stop phonation. Ja. Go up to the T. Don't say it. Ja. T. Also notice that T is an unvoiced consonant, right? But it's not as unvoiced as it is in English, right? You can practice doing the voiced paired, all consonants are voiced and unvoiced pairs. So T is paired with D, right? If you think about it, what's the difference? D, T. T is just unvoiced, right? So what I mean, D, my vocal cords are vibrating when I say that consonant. T, my vocal cords do not, right? So in English, T has lots of unvoiced characteristics, right? In Italian, D, T. It's almost voiced, but it's not. It's unvoiced, you see? So if you look at the pole of unvoiced versus voiced, T is way closer to being voiced than it is in English. Okay, so già T. There's your double T. The space is what makes the expression, not the force of the consonant, right? So if you're going to do a strong double T, you do more of a space. Già T, già T, già T. See? So the T never gets stronger, it's just the space. Okay, going on. Donai, right? So it's not I, it's a. It's not like the English word, like the English letter Y, where we have a glide like that, right? It's not donai. No, it's donai. It's just the E happens to be a semivowel. So think donai, donai. See how you fill that in? Like if you weren't listening to it, you'd fill it in as donai. Like why, right? No. E. Going on. Il, mio, we've already had. Core is the full word. The E is chopped off, right? For the poetry. So it's open O. Cor. Fido. Sarà. Accent on the last syllable. Sarà. Notice the flipped R. Il mio amor. So interesting that cor and amor rhyme technically, but they're different vowels, right? Amore is a closed O. We tend to naturally harmonize that to the R, right? Amor. If I did it with a bad accent, right? A-O. Amore. Right? So if you practice just the purity test, A-O. A-O. Amore. Okay, amor. And now this R rolls because it's final, and you stop. Okay, my, A-E, not like Y again. Think about A-E, my. So go for the A. Tell yourself you're singing A at the beginning, and then a semivowel E. T, sarò, crudel, right? So I was thinking about this, right? So the future tense, right? You will be sarò, my ti sarò, right? Future tense, sarò, ends on a accent in open O, causes a phrasal doubling, right? Sarò crudel, crudele, crudel, closed E. Okay, so again, the double K sound at the beginning of crudel is as close to voiced as you possibly can get, and it is done by a stop and phonation. You do a long A vowel, you go up to the K, you don't say it, and then you say the K. You don't do two Ks. Sarò crudel. Cara, same as caro. Cara, right? It's flipped R. Mia, spɛne. Now here's a fun. This word you might see it as spɛme with an M or spɛne. Spɛne is the old, because this is a very old aria. Spɛne is the old formula. Both of the words spɛme, spɛne, they're interchangeable, right? And both have an open E on the stress. Spɛne. Okay, so a very short aria, not a lot of words, lots of notes, but not a lot of words. Let's read the whole thing line by line so we can get it all together. So here we go. Tornami a vagheggiar, ssolo vuɔl amar. Quest'anima fedel, caro mio bene. Già ti donai il mio cor, fido sarò il mio amor. Mai ti sarò crudel, cara mia spɛne. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Please like the video. Please comment below. Leave me your suggestions and also your requests. Please subscribe to the channel. And as always, don't forget to see your coach. And we will see you at the opera.